Welcome back to another episode of Miss and Mrs. Brightly. My name's Victoria, I'm 21 years old, and I'm of course back again with my lovely mom.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Heike Lieb. I'm 55 years old and we are both based in Dubai. So as last time, I hope you watched our last season, we have a very special guest today and we would like to introduce to you Liesa. Hi Liesa.
Hi, I'm so happy to be with you too.
We're so happy you're here.
Amazing.
Yes, it's so exciting. So why don't you tell everyone about yourself a little bit?
Wow, that's a long one. So let me give you the abridged version. I am a very happily 59.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
And beautiful. Look at you.
Stunning.
I would say I'm still on the market, so you know. Gotta keep
So
up to
that's
date.
not an
Her
advertisement.
DMs are open.
Yeah, right, exactly. Anyway, so I am very happy. I live in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm going on to 16 years now.
Wow.
I came here not even really looking for anything. I was very happy where I was in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear I have a very New York accent.
Yeah,
So
I love
born
that.
and raised in New York of parents that are from the Caribbean. My mom and dad met at a New York wedding, I like to say. My mom was there and she was in medicine. My dad in engineering. And they met, married, and they're still married 62 years now.
Wow. Very impressive these days.
Right? And then for a Caribbean family, there's no outside children. You think I'm kidding. I tell my mother there was no TV back then, so there's a lot going on, really. And I'm a twin. I'm one of a twin boy, very handsome, and a younger brother. Who's also on radio and TV, and my twin is in production, and then I have an adopted sister who we consider our sister. We were grateful enough to adopt her at the age of 5, so she's now 30. Forgive me, Tatiana, if I get it wrong. 32.
Okay.
Married and a baby.
Lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm the only one that doesn't have kids. I was too busy. Being president of every board I can find, I guess, or any board that would ask me, because I'm from a very Catholic all-girls school.
Okay.
So I like to say I learned my discipline from Catholic school, but I learned it's a very Hebrew Yiddish word, chutzpah. I think you know. I learned my chutzpah from going to a very Jewish university.
Okay.
So what does that mean? That means if you get up out of that chair, I'm going to take it because you left it empty. So I was the type of person, be on time, get the work done, and follow through. And I think when you do that, not everybody wants to do that when they take positions, you know. And I was just taught that way. My mother always did more than one thing. My brothers do more than one thing, and I like doing 5 or 6 things because I like to keep busy. So with that said, I moved back at the age of 25. I moved not back to, because I'm not, but from the age of 10, I've been going to, even younger, to St. Martin.
Okay.
We are the smallest landmass in the world with 2 countries. So we have a president, which is Macron on the French side, because we have centralized and decentralized government. And then we have a king, our king of Holland. So what does that mean? That means that my twin lives on the French side, I live on the Dutch side, and to call him on the same island, it's an overseas phone call.
Oh yeah.
Two different everything,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
So we have 110 voltage, 220, 2 school
Wow.
systems, 2
I didn't
carnivals,
know.
2 carnivals, to everything, to 2 fire departments, 2 police departments,
Wow.
So yeah, but we live in harmony. You don't even know. It would be like going
Yeah,
from,
I didn't know. Did you
No,
know?
I didn't know.
No, it would be like going from here to Dira. You don't know. There's no passport required. We're from both sides. My mother is born French, and my father is born Dutch. My father was born in Curacao, but lived all his life in Aruba. And they said they know each other. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
this diverse has really, impacted your life, right?
Yes. And then I'm not even finished. My grandfather is from the Dominican Republic. And then my grandmother is from the French side. And then my father's father has some Indonesian roots in there. And then my grandmother is from Aruba. So yeah, I
Very
think if I was a
international.
dog, they call that like a mutt, right? Nobody can figure out what I am.
Yeah.
It's funny. People go, "Where are you from?"
And you're like, I don't even know.
When I'm in Brazil, they think I'm Brazilian. When I'm in Dominican Republic, they think I'm Dominican. I do speak Spanish, but it's funny because people can't figure out. But here, it's funny. They don't know Caribbean. They know West Indies because of cricket. So if I say West Indies, like taxis, and like, and then they start naming all the cricket players.
And you're like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't watch cricket.
Exactly.
I'm a tennis player. But yeah, basically. So just a little bit about me. I graduated in 1980, degree in psychology. And then I went on to Cornell. And then I came back and did interior design because I had a knack from a child. And someone said to me, I don't remember who, you should really charge more. Go get your degree and charge more. And that's what I did. So I use all of them. And accounting. So I use all of them. And I got to St. Martin, 25. And I made my way on my own. And I say that the powers that be, the universe, someone that I knew someone that was sick and said, would you take over at this hotel just until he gets better as accounting to do the work? And I wound up being like 3 weeks. I was leaving very fast. And the GM would say, you done already? Yeah, I'm done. And then it came time for her to leave. And she said, you have your background in being a GM. I would love you to take over.
Wow.
The owners flew in, and may he rest in peace, Nick. He's a Floridian, but Greek. And I'm like, baby, now, I'm not going to say I'm going to give you the job, but maybe, because we need other interviews. And then he came back three days later, and he said, it's yours. And I was there 17 years.
So it's a little bit like having opportunities and taking those opportunities.
Yes, you have to jump, right? When the opportunity, and you can't be afraid, you can't have fear.
And do you think this is a little bit like the red thread in your life, that you took opportunities, you call it maybe also, you have these callings or these voices which send you into a direction, and this is where you say, okay, that's what I have to do, and you follow those voices?
Yes, actually some of them have been, like hardcore, like, do I do this, yes or no? And you have nerves, I remember getting back to Nick, he said to me, he said, this is not it for you. I was 25. I said, no, this is fine. I'm running your hotel. He said, baby, I can see this will never be enough for you. And I said, no, it's fine. He goes, let's make a deal. You keep my hotel looking good. You keep my guests happy, and you make me money. You can do whatever you want. He opened the door, and in that time, I became president of tourism, then president of the Hotel Association, president of Timeshare Association, AIDS Committee, Constitutional Committee, boom, 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 boom.
True
Amazing.
alpha.
Yeah. And I just wanted to kind of leave my legacy. I know I'm on such a small island. A lot of people, what are you doing this for? You just want to be in the paper every day. No, I don't want to be in the newspaper. I just want to do my work. If the newspaper happens to take it up, okay, but there was some days I was in the paper for 3 times, for Timeshare, for Hotel Association, and then for AIDS Committee,
Amazing.
So it's like, and I'm grateful. There have been some amazing things in my life. I was asked to open a shelter for women of domestic violence. I remember at the time the Prime Minister called me to his office. The secretary called me in my office, and she said, Dennis wants to see you. I said, okay. I thought it was about the occupancy rate and the hotels, because at the time I was still president of the Hotel Association. And he comes in and he goes, went in his office, he said, you have to be the one. I said, to do what? You need to open a shelter. I said, me? He said, yeah, well, when we had the meeting the other day, they invited all the women that were heads of things on the island. And I was the most verbal because my master's actually, look how the universe does things. It brought me right back to where I was. And my master's was in domestic violence, in psychology. So he said, you have to be the one. And I was like, oh, I'm so busy. And he said, that's exactly why you'll get it done, because you are busy. It was the hardest thing I had to do, but it was the most rewarding thing I had to do.
I can imagine.
And I realized that all those boards I sat on was not just to sit and do the work, but it was to build a foundation. Because the day they announced that in the newspaper, president of Safe Haven Foundation is Liesa Euton. People call me from places I didn't imagine. I'm like, do you need furniture? I'm changing it in my hotel.
Wow.
Do you need daily bread delivery? I'll deliver it to you. Do you need this? Do you need this? So every panic buttons, the alarm system. My Rotary Club at the time gave me the fridge, the dishwasher, everything.
Amazing, yeah.
I just opened restaurants with my then husband, and that company that does the kitchen supply said, let us give you all the cutlery, all the dishes. So it was amazing.
And big impact on other people's life.
Yeah. Oh my God. I cried one day, maybe 3 years later, because I never divulged where the house was, but it's a small island, so people technically know.
Yeah.
But I saw a lovely lady when I opened the restaurant. We have activity desks at different hotels, so they would sell the excursions.
Yes, yes.
So I went in and I had coupons. So every coupon you bring into my restaurant, let's say you put 2 people and the last name on it, let's say 2 people Victoria, they get a complimentary glass of wine. But I'd give them $1 for every person they sent in.
Ah, nice.
So some people sent 100 people at the end of the day, that's $100. So people collected every month. I went to deliver myself and shake their hand and say thank you. So I walked into one hotel and the lady said, the owner's not here, but the girl that works at the desk is here. And when we looked at each other, she just looked at me, and the manager came out eventually, and we hugged, and we were hugging, and she started to cry. And I said, look at you. And she started looking at me, and the manager said, do you know each other? And we wouldn't answer. And my tears came down my face. And I said, you look so beautiful. And she took the coupons, and she said, everyone that comes on this desk, I'm sending to you. And she was one of the women in the shelter, and her husband literally broke a Heineken bottle and literally carved it in her back. So I took her when she was almost nothing. And she looked so amazing. But we fed them, we clothed them, we gave them classes, how to balance a checkbook, how to dress. We got people to give clothing when, so they knew how to dress for an interview. And funny enough, the Prime Minister now sent me a picture last week, and he said, look at us. I look so young. And
you still
we're
look
doing a march in my hair. I had the Tina Turner hair. And he's standing below me in front of the courthouse because it was a big domestic violence march. And he said, it looks like you're swearing me in because I'm above him. But I'll show you that later. But it's amazing, the memories. I'm grateful. Very serendipitous things happen to get that going, which I really need to really write the book, because I really think when you put out that energy and when it's pure, and giving back in service, everything just comes together. I had butterflies to even get it started. I didn't even know where to start.
But you are a powerhouse. And I think even, reflecting on me or even on Victoria, when we look, I was like full of energy and full of drive, and listening to you, it's like, but you still have it today because you're still very, very active. So just for you guys, when you listen to this, it's so hard to get an appointment with Liesa because
don't say that.
We tried many times, and so we're very blessed that we're having you here today. But it's like you still today, you do a lot of charity, you're still working for Rotary.
Yes.
And you're strong, and you're still strong with women. What I can see, you're a large supporter of women.
Big time.
So what are you doing nowadays?
So several things, actually. So because of my psychology background, I started way before COVID, though, helping. I switched from doing, not here in Dubai, I didn't do the traumatic psychosis, neuroses cases. I stopped that a long time ago because when I was doing my stage, my internship, I had a chair thrown at me because someone was on meds, they have that waxy look, and you sit in the therapy circle. And I decided this is not really what I want to be doing. And then, of course, I went into hotel, etc. But you still need to use your psychology with the guests checking in because, you take people out of their natural environment. They get a little crazy. So it's just smoothing over guests, smoothing over people, learning how to talk and deal with people. So what I do now is I have a company that I'm a partner in called Enhanced Human Potential, EHP International. So my partner, Raju, the main office is in Hong Kong. We have an office here. I'm over the Middle East and the Caribbean. So we do corporate training, corporate leadership. We teach, we do sales training also. So real estate agents, a lot of people come and, my friend Victoria is making so much money in Dubai and I'm going to Dubai. And then they get here and then they can't, they're not making it because they're not in touch with their money energy. And a lot of people have limiting beliefs. So we do the corporate training to teach them how to sell. I also do personality leadership so that people understand different personalities of people. And we worked with a company like Reuters, Bloomberg, the Yas Hotels, African Eastern customer service. I do a lot of customer service training. I really wish, because I love Dubai, and I think we really need to be at the top where service is. And I think I would really like to take the dream of Sheikh Mohammed forward and just train everybody. I really believe if you're going to get your residency or your work papers, they should take a course just on customer service. I would love to be the one to teach this on a constant basis because I just love helping people go to the next level. And then we tailor make us at EHP, we tailor make the trainings to the companies that we work with, because everybody wants something different.
Yeah.
You know, so that keeps us busy. I'm very grateful. My hotel association in St. Martin we opened a training school, so I will be working there in July.
Nice.
Yeah, to train the
So
island.
escape the heat.
It's hotter there, actually. So I'll probably be sweating bullets, but I love my home. I love the people, and I want us to do better. Our only means of economy is tourism.
Yeah.
Just like Dubai. I think I've been to
So
many...
maybe we can go and join.
Yeah.
For the course, only because of the course. Yeah.
You can take the course here. I want you to come.
Yeah.
But I'll be doing an event in Holland, in Amsterdam, and then I'll be flying straight to St. Martin because we're Dutch. So it's a busy summer, but I love what I do. The thing is, a lot of people don't feel they need it. And because I'm from the business and the background of hospitality, we really do.
Yeah.
So I would like to make a plea that more companies really take on the training because it brings us to the next level.
Agreed.
You know, Dubai is so next level, but the customer service, it's not in all places. Something we really need to bring it up to par. There's no eye contact in the restaurants. They're not looking at you. You know, how are you today? Hi, my name is Liesa. I'll be taking care of you. What can I get you to start? You know, these kinds of things, you know. And I really think when you are good, though, a lot of people have told me that people poach their staff.
Yeah.
So we just need to keep the training going.
She's a poacher.
Yeah.
She is a poacher. Always, especially when I was younger and she was with an older company. Every time we were at a restaurant and the server was just like outstanding, you could just really tell, you know, straight away. Okay, so this is my email, this is my number. Send me your CV and I will find you a better job. Always.
Well, you know what's funny that you say that? When I first opened the restaurant, so I was married and my husband was from Argentina. So we opened, of course, Argentinian restaurants and wine and meat wholesale. So we opened the import business first and then the restaurants. And when I opened, because the island's very small, imagine 37 square miles, and I'm living on the 17 square miles. So people heard right away, you know, she's opening. And so I was getting phone, can I work for you? Can I work for you? Can I work for you?
Yeah.
And I was also teaching at the restaurant school twice a week in the afternoon. So people were just coming at me. I didn't poach them, but they came to me. I actually have to say I had some of the best staff. And then when I decided to move here, people would call me, can I have your staff? Calling, can I have your staff? I said, I didn't even announce it. And they go, yeah, but I heard, you know. And I was like, but my staff is not indentured servants. Wait, you know. So I gave them the choice. And I always said to my staff, if you find something better than me, please, I want you to go. If you don't, you stay right here because I pay good. I pay really good.
For me, it's similar. You know, I lived, or I still live, the policy, if you have a better opportunity in life, please take it. I don't own you. You know, I will be part of your journey for a certain period of time. Right. I will give you all I can on education to make you grow. But if there's another opportunity which arises, please take it. I support you because I want them to grow, you know. And sometimes, you know, in an organization, how many top manager can you have? You know, there are limitations. And if they then get it outside, I think absolutely.
Absolutely. I also said to my ladies, I said, listen, unless someone's asking you to be the manager, and my guys, then you stay right here. Because I believe in empowering. I feel a very good boss. I work with my staff. They don't work for me. They work with me. There are many nights where I'm packed and there's lines at the door because two of the restaurants were in hotels. So we were 24/7 going. You know, we only closed between midnight and 6 in the morning, and I had to be back. And I told them, unless you find something better, you stay right here. Okay? I want you to move up. And I'll still get on Valentine's Day. It's funny. And when I just was in my island, to the best boss we ever had. And I get little messages on Facebook or Instagram because maybe they don't have my Dubai number. And then when they see me, when I go, I'm like, Liesa, you know, and they come and hug. Even my chef, she was in another restaurant. I just went to eat somewhere and she came out. She said, I thought that was you. And, you know, the hug and the kiss. But I respect my staff, even down to my dishwasher. You know, everybody for me is the same. We're all there to work together.
So, because this series with us, Miss and Miss Brightly, is about powerful women like you are, but we want to also allow people to learn with our session. So you are very driven, very energetic. And like if you see Victoria, what would you say? What gives you, first and foremost, what gives you the energy and what makes you drive? What is it to make you successful? Successful is very wide. Everybody perceives success like as something different, But if you could say, okay, what is your recipe to be successful and give you the fulfillment? Because it's not just success, but we feel that you have that fulfillment, that you're very balanced in yourself, have that like freedom in mindset. What advice could you give someone younger to take away?
Okay, first of all, thank you for that. When you said balance, I think the thing that balances me, and I've learned this from my mom, my family, is my spirituality. And when I say that, I don't mean just religion. I mean in every aspect of spiritualism, meaning I don't miss a day where I get up. I always wake up 1 hour before, and I take that time. First of all, I do prayer. And that's about 20 minutes. And on YouTube, there are some really good ones that I like to listen to in the morning just to get my mind straight. So that's one. That's about 20 minutes. And then pray. So I would say praying is asking, right? And then I meditate, because meditate is receiving the answer, right? So what do? I do a gratitude meditation every morning, because I really do believe, and I teach this, I do speak at many events. The bigger the audience, the better for me. So if it's over 1,000, I'm even more happy. I'm more pumped on the stage. But I really believe that when you are grateful, and I say this every day, being grateful opens the door to your miracles all the time, because we are all here, souls living in a physical body. And I really believe that we have challenges. So one of my degrees is metaphysics, by the way. So I always wanted to go, the next level.
Look at you.
I'm talking on a metaphysics level of how things go. So we are brought to this universe. Obviously, it doesn't matter what religion you are, whatever. We are brought here to learn lessons and experiences. And I always tell people, let's take, for instance, Victoria. Okay, you're at a dating age, and sometimes, you have a breakup. Let it go, because you're meant to have that experience and move on to the next. But some of us hold on to it and we get ourselves upset. And your thought process affects your body. The other thing is forgiving. I always forgive, and I let it go, because when you don't forgive and you hold on to things, this is how we make ourselves sick.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that your thought process is the language to your body. So you block things, and there are many people that are sick or have different types of, I hate to say the C word, cancers, but it's because they hold on to things, and this disrupts your body. So I always say energy, in motion is emotion. So you need to try to stick to positivity as much as you can. And I have clients that even say, well, Liesa, I don't have money and this, and how can I be positive? Yeah, but you need to think about what's going right in your life. Because when you think about what's going right, that brings that energy more to you. So I would tell you, first of all, one thing is I do, and I recommend this to everyone, is journaling or scripting. I brought on the stage just recently all the books from the year 2008 to now. People are like, you have that many journals? And I said, yeah, because you need to keep scripting and writing, because it's like your contract to the universe, right? When you write down, I am so happy and grateful now that. And why I say now is because we must live in the present. There's a book by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now. Yesterday's yesterday, tomorrow's tomorrow. It's not now, it's present. We just missed them. We just lost a minute, so that's not now anymore. This is now. So when you stay in the power of now, in the presence of now, many things happen to you. Are you okay right now? Yes, I am. Then don't worry about tomorrow, because you build anxiety. And when you think about the past, you have regret. Forget about that. Lesson learned, you move on.
Yeah.
Life is this, the EKG machine. Yep. I always use this as an example, because we have our ups, we have downs. But if you don't have the downs, you don't enjoy the ups.
Yeah.
So life is always like this. And there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese? I don't know if you know. It's a small book. It's been put into many languages with four mice in a maze, Sniff and Scurry, and Him and Ha. So Sniff and Scurry, just what they say. They sniff and they scurry. And Him and Ha is like hemming and hawing,
Okay.
So they're in a maze. There's cheese.
Okay.
Sniff and Scurry run every day. They eat some cheese, but then they keep their running shoes on and they look for other ways to get cheese in case that runs out.
Okay.
Sniff and Him and Ha sit down, eat the cheese, and get fat, and they forget to get up and run around. So what does this mean about life? always keep your running shoes on because nothing is forever.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to change with things that change. And those people that are not able to change, they sometimes break down, they have crashes, they get very depressed. This is normal, we're human, but you have to learn how to get out of it. It's not how you fall, it's how you get back up, right? So I help people with this also, you know.
But so you have not always been like this, or would you say you've always been like this? So where did you learn the most? So how did you get there?
Okay, so my revelation came at 33.
Okay.
I was running for political office at the time, for federal elections, for Senate. And I was still doing the other positions I had. But in my hotel, I have, it's hotel and timeshare. So I see a lot of the same people every year.
Okay.
So one of my closest guests that we got very close, she was a Reiki master. And she's passed on now. But at 33, she came to me like 20-something. And she said, you're not ready yet. And I said, for what? She goes, I'll tell you soon. And she came to me at 33 and she said, you're ready. And I said, huh? She says, I see you're running I was running for political office at the time. She said, come to my room after. And she started doing Reiki on me. And then she started teaching me the science of using my hands. So I am Reiki level. Sometimes people touch my hands and go, your hands are hot because the energy's turned on. During the opening of Atlantis, the actress from Emily in Paris, the one that sings, she's Asian. Yeah, she had sprained her ankle, so we're sitting in the center of Ling Ling's, and I'm doing Reiki on her ankle. Oh my God, what is she doing to her? Yeah, we're actually still close. We're still friends.
Oh, that's lovely.
I really believe
she's very cute.
Everything is in your hands. Everything, even our third eye, our intention, everything is there. Your intuition, everything. But we fail to use it, so we lose it. But you can practice to get that back. And every day, I don't miss a day to meditate. I don't miss a day to pray. And I don't miss a day to say what I'm grateful for. So I have my moments. I have my days where I feel like, please, I want to go back to sleep and go under the covers. But you got to get back up and keep going because people need you. People need me. So I can't stay. And I try to remember what I'm grateful for. I'm here in Dubai. I have a roof over my head. You know, I have issues. I mean, I can tell you, you start manifesting for better.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine the other day told me, oh, geez, everything's falling apart. I said, because you're manifesting better. It's got to fall apart before it gets better.
Yeah.
You know, hold on to your seat because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Nobody said shifting to the next quantum timeline is going to be easy.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, when you shift, you have to be ready for everything that's coming. And I have those moments myself, you know.
I feel we have a lot of similarities also in regards to calling. You know, like you said with the energy for me as well, when we hug, purpose, we give purposely energy. So you don't just hug for the purpose of hug, but you hug someone and you really, you close your eyes and you want to give energy to this person. And and I think you feel, you're very similar to that too.
110%. You can even feel sometimes when you walk in a room and the energy dips.
Oh, yeah.
You know, or when I love to do dinners at home or...
We haven't been invited, have you?
I haven't been invited to this dinner at home.
Wait, I'm in a quantum shift right now, so I think I'm shifting positions.
No, but I know you were shifting. I think there was some issues with the apartment, you know. So let's not go there.
And
but
cracks.
I know.
And I love the apartment, but I was manifesting. I want bigger. So what happens? I am a fixed sign, Scorpio. We don't like change. So what happens is, we don't.
I'm a triple Scorpio. Okay, so like all my main ones are Scorpios.
Okay, so you understand. We don't like change. So the universe said, oh, she doesn't want to leave here and she's asking for bigger. Let's start to put some mold and cracks here. So she's got to go. So I had to pack up everything. So I'm in transition, but I'm okay where I am right now until whatever's coming is here for me. I will see and I will know. So I continue to manifest, just like somebody from my life, right? I know what I want, right? And I always say, and this is good for you and Mom, people always ask me on stage after, so you said you're single. So you're here talking about manifesting in abundance. What are you doing? So I always say, you can describe the person, but I always put, I would like someone who's emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially available, and someone who's worked on themselves. You're not going to get perfect, but if I get 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, because I'm so picky.
Same, I'm so
Scorpio
picky.
I call it.
God.
Then that's what you get. And then I start to describe the kind of person that I want, exactly how I want. So yeah, it comes. You can see I have no stress about it. I'm very happy for me, being me and me. A lot of people feel desperate, and I think a lot of men and women likewise feel that desperate energy when they're with somebody. And I'm not desperate. I enjoy my life. I enjoy everything about it. It was Lola and me for a long time. She's just passed on, 16-year-old schnauzer. Somebody always says to me, do you have a daughter? Yes, I have a daughter. And then I take out the picture of the daughter.
Oh, yeah, she was so cute.
Yeah, she was such a diva. But I miss her. But I'm happy to be me. I can travel now. I don't have to look for someone to take care of her. She will not go to a boarding because she's so diva. She wants her house, her things.
Yeah.
You know, this is my bed. I sleep next to my mommy.
Yeah.
But so what advice would I give you? I would give you and say to you, first of all, whatever you plan to do, just do it full with the heart. I always say give in service, because when you give in service, meaning giving back, the universe will always give you. You know, and this is karma. Just be happy, enjoy life. Nobody said life would be easy, because there are moments, and these are lessons, parts in life that teach us lessons, experiences that build backbone. My backbone is really strong. I've had a lot. You know, people see the front of me and say, okay, she was in this. Congratulations for your magazine, by the way.
Thank you.
Say she was in this magazine, she was in that magazine. It's not about that. It's getting the word out, and hopefully me resonating with somebody that sees that. But also a lot comes with that. You know, at the end of the day, especially on my little beautiful island, while I may have had 29 boards of director positions, and God bless my assistant manager who actually helped bring the hotel to what it was. She's there from day one. I came in one day to my office and she said to me in Spanish, I'll tell you in English, but she said, you know, you have 87 plaques on your wall. I said, how do you know that? She said, I sat here and I counted every one on your wall when you went home. And she said, and she's been there with me for every one. And I said, for me, it's not about the plaques. Thank you for the recognition. But people don't realize at the end of the day, you go home alone, you know? And I get on the bed and eat my popcorn and watch TV like anybody else. And there are some nights you go home and I'm alone, but I'm not lonely, that I can say. And it's like the analogy, the most popular girl in school doesn't have a date to the prom. Here I am.
Yeah. But I think it's like, you know, I'm single. But
I'm also single.
Yeah, we all think. But I feel for. I'm okay. I'm okay to be alone. I want to be alone, because if anyone would come, you know, and pass my path, then I'm happy to join. But for me, it's like I'm so comfortable and so happy with myself. You know, I like myself, and you know, I think what we often feel, we have to be liked by so many people. And I think that is also what we all three probably have in common. And this is what I love with Victoria very much. She's so comfortable in her own skin.
You can see that with her.
You know, and I think that is so strong. I wasn't. I was always aiming and wanted to be liked. And it came with a lot of negativity as well, because you always say yes, yes. But often I wanted to say no, but I said yes because I wanted to be liked. And for her to be herself and to say no, comfortably say no. I think it's so strong, and I feel this with you as well.
I think times have changed a lot too. You know,
my generation,
and you and I, like for instance, when I started at 25, I even dressed different because I was in boardrooms with men. It was men and me, and most of the boards I was on, except for one, it was all men. You know, even supervisory board of the phone company, it was all men and me. I was the first woman president for tourism, the hotel association, first for timeshare. I started timeshare. So the thing is, I dressed different, but I was different too. You know, when I say I dressed different, meaning I had all the tailored shirts, you know, from Hong Kong with the white, and the cufflinks with my initials, but I'd wear pearls and I'd wear a suit, but my loafers and my Hermes belt, and very different. Now I'm okay, and I enjoy being the lady that I am. But I think then I wanted to prove myself and say, well, why is she here on this board? So the look helped me at the time. Yeah. And then by the time I hit 33, 34, people knew who I was on the island. I didn't have to dress. Yeah. I could be a little more feminine.
But I feel it still applies. You do. You feel the same, right? That when you dress different, you feel different, and it makes a difference, especially in the working environment, because you have been now in different jobs. So how do you feel about dressing? Does dressing up matters?
No, I in some cases, but usually I think not. There's a lot of people, or like someone we had a conversation recently who's like, no, it really matters. Like if you go to a business meeting, you have to be in a suit. No, I don't think so.
I think it's changed a lot,
very
too.
much.
And a lot of people work remotely now, so it's changed the whole topic, and people come more relaxed. I mean, if you go on Google or any of these offices, they're on beanbags on the floor, in jeans and T-shirt. Because really, like, I think it was Bill Gates, Microsoft, and Google, head of Google, and Facebook, Zimmerman. It doesn't matter. We're using your brain, and if you're comfortable and you want to sit on the floor and just work, we get more out of you and it's more productive. You know, so I think times have changed. Okay, if you're in the corporate world, maybe it makes a big difference. But I see a big difference from the time I was Victoria's age to now. It's changed a lot. Plus, you said something. I'm more secure in myself. I have more confidence. And no matter how I walk in, I think people see that aura and that energy. And when you shake the hand and look in the eye and say, hi, you know, I'm Liesa Euton, they're like, oh, you know, who's that?
We did last year in February a photo shoot with Eva, which we hopefully soon want to invite as well.
The photographer, I love her.
Yeah. And
it was so amazing.
And the way she captured us without looking us very different really had an impact on me, especially because Victoria, afterwards, you said to me, like a few weeks afterwards, you said, Mommy, since the shoot,
like you carry yourself differently, you know, you think better of yourself. Not that you thought badly about yourself, but you're more confident in your own skin. It's like you've been reawakened of how beautiful and how amazing and how you truly are, you know. So that's definitely, I felt that after.
I think people can feel that when you walk in a room and that energy and how you present yourself. In the first 2 minutes, I can pick up somebody and say, okay, I want to know more about them, and I want to spend some time with them and get to know them. And then there are people, I'd love to know everybody, but there are people that are so shy because they didn't find themselves yet, or they have limiting beliefs from maybe culture, family, you know, however they grew up, childhood trauma, and maybe children, you know, parents, you're not good enough, or teachers tell them they're not good enough, and so they need that reinforcement, so to speak.
But I think it's very, very true what you said. You have to carry yourself with confidence, and you carry yourself positive. And I think that's with you, because when you come in a room, and you have met her many times before as well, you have a presence.
Everybody says that.
But you have a presence, like you're like.
But you carry the presence.
Thank you.
But like also like you're in charge, you know, and not in a bad way, not in a like, oh, she's the boss, I need a. But like, attention is on me without being like, okay, everyone look at me, you know. But it is, and it's such a good thing, because even for these food distribution, like the focus isn't even on you, you know, like everyone goes there to distribute, but still the focus is on you because you're just there with this presence.
One guy had such a nice haircut. I was like that haircut.
During the distribution, she's giving out the date. She's like, I like your haircut. I looked at her. I was like,
everybody, you know, I just start giving, and all of a sudden they start saying thank you. I said, you're very welcome. Then the next guy says thank you. I said, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then there's another guy that I said, boss, come get your dates, you know. So it's just respecting everybody. I respect everybody.
I think it's not like this. I think it is a skill. Because, you know, one of my dear friend, her name is Reem. You know as well from the radio station, Reem.
Yes.
So when you speak to her and you ask her, how are you? Her answer will always be, I'm outstanding.
Yes.
And immediately when you not say, I'm good and I'm okay or whatever, you know, but in the minute you change and you because I have to say I've copied her.
Yeah.
So when you meet me, I will also say, I think quickly, and then I still tailor-made. If it's not, I'm really not really outstanding now, I say, no, I'm good, you know, I'm great, whatever. But often I will pause quickly and I said, I'm outstanding. And you can see the reaction of the people. And I think that becomes a skill, because with words, and we always say, you know, especially in our times, political situation, you know, with all the war, but one of your strongest weapon is your word.
Absolutely.
And you have to be careful, and you have to tailor it. And
but you believe what you like, what you say about yourself. It's what you become. If every day you're like, I'm so stupid, I'm so
Never say those words. Have energy and words have power.
Exactly.
I told somebody that today. Sorry, they said, "Oh, I'm struggling." I said, "Don't say that."
Yeah.
Because the universe will always give you struggle. Words have power and energy, and your subconscious, you have 90-10. So your subconscious is taking that in. So I wanted to mention that every night before I go to bed, I fall asleep saying 2 or 3 affirmations because that's like the marination while you're sleeping for the next day. So I keep saying positive, and as you mentioned before, I hope to do my leadership with grace. No matter what I am, I want to be graceful to everybody and be kind to everybody. My garbage man in St. Martin, my island, I lived in a valley facing St. Bart's on the Atlantic side of the island, and he had a hard time getting down that hill in the rain, and he'd always turn and tell me, thank you so much, but I had his gallon for Christmas of Black Label because I appreciate you, so I'll talk to anybody, So I get that from my mom and dad. They're very gracious and very humble like that. Actually, all of us in the family.
No, that's really, really wonderful. And I think that is really also a reminder to us to be kind, give kindness, because it doesn't cost you anything. But these small little compliments, you need to mean it, obviously,
With
But
respect.
having that as awareness to even these small little waves and like smile. We were always on the fuel station, when you come, people wave at us, and not because we give them tips. Actually, most of the time we don't tip them, But it's just because you're kind, you smile, how are you? Nice to see you again. They're being seen. I think the purpose of being seen makes such a difference.
Everybody fits a part of the puzzle. And I said to someone the other day, because my nail lady was having a party, you're going to your nail lady? I said, yes, she owns the studio #1. Even if she didn't, she's doing something I can't do.
Exactly.
She's filling a part of the void, and my garbage man fills part of the void, or the workers in our building fill part of the void. So you have to be gracious to everyone because, some people, most people come here to make a better life. And if I could just take quick in 2 seconds, I was in Waitrose the other day and I saw the fruit guy. He said, Miss Liesa, I'm waiting to see you. And I said, what? He goes, you saw me. I saw you 3 months ago and you told me, do you remember what you told me? And I told him. He was over the vegetable. I said, this is not it for you. You know that, right? And he looked at me. I said, you put your foot in the door to get to Dubai. Now you go the next level. And I started to explain to him. I had like a 3-minute masterclass. So he saw me and he said to me, my whole life changed because of you. And so many doors opened for what you said. And this is what I like to teach people.
You ask for it, yeah.
Yeah, you have to ask. Ask, believe, receive, but also the feeling, because the universe works on frequency and vibration. Frequency, feeling good, vibration, being grateful. So you have to put those two together. It's the only thing. Universe knows nothing else. It only works on now. So you have to say it as if it happened now. I hate when people say, well, when I get. No, not when you get, because it'll always be when.
Yeah.
I am happy, I am healthy, I am well.
Yeah.
Same thing you just asked me about the weight and everything. I'm in that gym 5 days a week. I have no choice. There is no secret. So he said to me the other day, well, what are you doing? I said, there's no secret. Close your mouth. And work out. And my trainer looks like the Hulk. But I'm there squatting with those weights. I'm dripping when I walk out of there. If you saw me in the morning, you'd say, that's not the same lady. I look like #hot mess.
Well, you're very inspiring. And I have to say, like, for me to listen, like, it's so inspiring. And I think we have to have a whole nother session.
I know.
And we have to have a few more sessions, a different topic specifically. Even like manifestation, I think everyone's becoming more into that. So I think it would be great to have another session where you even like teach me how to manifest, because I don't know a lot about it. And you see it online and you're like, okay, but then you see contradicting things. And I don't think when you don't have that connection with some person on TikTok telling you how to manifest, it's not going to work. So I think I would love that.
To do a series on this, and you're absolutely correct if I say that. A lot of people don't know that it's just that simple. So yeah, let's do one day on abundance. People are more consciously aware now.
Yeah. So just my question is, just if you want to share anything, any last piece of advice for younger people, for women your age, just something that they can keep with them, wake up with every day, how to be successful. Because like,
and
for example,
speak in the camera directly.
Yeah, you saying that you had all these opportunities and you just took them. Like for me, that's always I do have a lot of opportunities, but I'm always afraid to take them, or I think too much of what if this happens, what about that happens, and I end up taking them. But I think you described it as like you take them because why not?
No fear.
Exactly.
I would say this to the audience: we all have traumas and things we believe from childhood, but you can't have fear because you see, we're here for greatness. We are here to live our best life. So you have to jump. If you don't jump, you don't know how high you can fly. And that's what I did. I was in things that a woman was never in. Just to give you an example, because I'm from another time, I'm from the 60s. But the thing is, you can't have fear. Don't sabotage yourself. And the one thing, if I had to tell everybody, frequency and vibration, try to feel good, try to feel happy. That's the main thing. And please, without a doubt, feel good and say what you're grateful for every day. And scripting. The last thing is to script. I teach this. When you write scripting, I'm so happy and grateful now that. Script your life like it's a movie. From the day you wake up to how do you want your life? What do you see yourself doing? Write it down, because if you write it, you're giving yourself a 42% more chance of it happening because you just wrote a contract with the universe. So script, things can change. Tear it out and script it again. It could be next month. So please script your life. Journal. Journaling is everything. Frequency and vibration, and live in now. And be gracious, give back, and live your life in service. When you serve, everything will always come for you. That's it.
Thank you. Amazing. You're so amazing. And thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
And you're so inspiring.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for watching us. Stay tuned. You will see soon another session and season. And that's for it today. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Take care.
See you. Bye.
Bye.